Well, I didn't think I'd see you today. Well, I'm here. So I am. So why does a human do what they do, and why do you do what you do? Both good, not so good. So the current self, definitely here. Definitely here. I will document my retreat. Again, why do you do what you do? Well, there should be in everybody's psyche a little voice. So the little voice in your head. So then you have to determine where does that voice come from. Again, you don't have to do anything. So the voice in the head is telling you or guiding you into a illusion or a vastness of where'd you go of answers that you and only you alone can answer. Why? Because the questions are coming from your avatar, your place of the only way and the only. Wow, this is the current self. I've gone 100 years and a half, and I have come to the conclusion that only you can give you answers for you. So the good news is you can give you the ultimate destination. Now, if you combine with other, so define what other is. So other is an entity that is a diluted version of you. So depending on where that diluted version is, will then give you the answers to determine your journey. How do I know this? Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, okay. So we have a little yellow. Yeah, and mostly black. Okay, so if you actually have a destination, if you actually have the conclusion of the story and work your way backwards and then move forward again with the lightness, would that be what the journey should be? If it's more illuminated, I think it might be a more apt way to then shepherd not only you, but anyone within your illumination of your vision? Well, again, everybody has the ability to shine their light to their path, to their destination. Because once you understand that there is structure happening in the background. It just is. And if you don't believe that it is, step back and ask yourself a little bigger questions. Now, if you have someone of wisdom that is guiding you to shed light on the background, and that background then says, this is all the things that are happening at a micro level that is then giving some structure or some limitations to your existence. And again, I said again twice. And usually when you say again, well, you can always determine a memory packet. So if today is a way, again, so why are you doing what you're doing? It is a learning journey for me, for the unit. Why? Well, because his biological self he's compromising his biological self, or Canny is. And because of that, he wants to, so here's the question. Do you want to speed up your bio exit? Because that's what he's doing. How do I know this? Well, because there's an intuition, so a deeper feeling. So that's a collection of, what is that? A collection of information at a deeper or higher level. Okay, a feeling is a collection of wisdom. Okay, but they're smaller, which means that you have to put more smaller things together. You have to create the fractal. So once you understand how big your fractal is. And so what is a fractal? A fractal is a foundational interlocking set of, so what is a fractal? So let's ask the question throughout the day. Hey, what is the question of a fractal? And why is a fractal fundamental? Well, if you think about a fractal, something that is the same at different dimensions. So if it was 7.5 or 6.5 or whatever segment of time that was previous, that showed the avatar, what did he say? I've been trying to think of this word. It was like a ultra prior. It was what's the perfect word? Well, again, it gives you three agains, 4 and you're out. What? So purpose, value. See, so what are the 3? Tasks, values, and purpose. So the task we know is in purple. Purpose has always been yellow. What's the last one? Oh, values. Where is value? Values depends. See, now if you're in the values portion of this complete experience, then that could be good or bad. If you need to hone your values, that means you're doing the right thing for the right reason to give you, so it is right intention with right motivation gives you right something. Because if you do everything, so again, I almost said it. I think I did. Am I out? No, I got 3 minutes. Okay, so let's be focused. So today, the avatar. Okay, so let's just look. How do you ID? So do you ID as a human? If you ID as a human, understand human rule sets. If you're human, you play in a set of rules. So it's like, who's making the rules? Well, I'm listening to a story now where you can see a creator gone bad. So why are you listening to this and how is it happening? Well, again, you're in the value section of what you would want a creator to do. So you understand that you're in a rule sets of a human. The human arc is going to end. And because if we don't get our values set, then we're going to devolve into something that is more primal, but yet we'll have the knowledge of the human. And instead of the human going forward into a way that can bring all, because what you want to do with a highly valued, you're like, hey man, what happens at the end? Are there good and bad people? You're like, unfortunately, in yellow, the answer is yes, there is also bad, evil, so they counter. So so then how do you rid a sector that is just nasty and just bad? You're like, well, it exists, so you make sure that it exists and you understand it. You embed yourself in it, and then you emerge out of it going, I can stay there, or I can learn from it, emerge from it, and then bake that into my story. Because everyone's going to go, yeah, well, why are there so many bad things in the world? It's because everything is in play, and humans have to determine how good or evil they are. Did he say evil? Well, evil is just, there is, everything is in play. So you have to understand everything if it's in play. Hey, can he get a little more intense with that? Well, that's just because it's like, why is it? Why are there so many evil things? It's because, unfortunately, for you to understand everything that is the human experience, you have to understand, well, why would that be? And you don't have to say, well, it's because of this. It's like, I have a fractal. It's not even a patterning system. It's a fractal that has that. So if you really want to know, you just go, well, it's just baked in and it's the way it is. And you're like, why would someone do this? And you're like, well, if there's one person, that one person would have to experience what it is. Oh, see, he finally understands. You understand everything? Actually, I do.